Hi, this is Jack at Jack's Transmissions, and today we're going to talk about your SST DCT470 EVO MR Mitsubishi Ralliart valve body. Now, a lot of people out there don't rebuild the valve bodies like we do. We're actually rebuilding the whole darn thing from the mechatronics to the mechanical part of the valve body. With the mechatronic, there's several things that could go wrong. You can have a broken connector. We can fix that now. You can have a pressure sensor problem. Plausibility. It could fail plausibility on the teach-in. Sometimes that's the mechatronic in the valve body. You can have pressure sensor codes. That's a bad pressure sensor in the mechatronic valve body. We can rebuild and fix these here. You can see we get a lot of this stuff. These are just mechatronics that we got to rebuild. So mechatronic is part of our valve body rebuild. In the past, you have to buy a whole new valve body or another core transmission that has a good mechatronic. A brand new valve body from Mitsubishi right now is $3,000. So you look at our rebuild of the whole assembly versus $3,000 for a new one. A rebuilt unit is going to have some updates done to it that an OEM will never have. Our rebuilds are always better. So now we look at the upper section of the mechanical part of the valve body. Solenoid valves, we designed our own machine here to run these valves under different cycles to assure that they're opening and closing properly. The lower section of this valve body, which is this here, has different bores in here with valves. The main one, which is a line pressure, has a cap that blows out. Everybody replaces this cap with a billet cap. That's common knowledge. But if the cap is blowing out, there's a reason for that. The cap doesn't just blow out on its own because it feels like it. It blows out because there's a pressure regulation issue with this part of the case. And the way to fix that properly, instead of just putting a cap in there and shimming it and calling it good, is you have to bore and hone this casing and install an oversized valve. We do that with all of our valve body builds here. The unit is complete and assembled. We install it in our short-term tester Ralliart, an updated version of my tune that'll tax the line pressure valve in this valve body. And it'll run it through a series of tests to make sure that the pressure regulation is consistent and accurately spot on target where it's supposed to be. Thorough rebuild, entire valve body. Thorough inspection, parts that we've made here in-house, equipment we've made here in-house, and testing that we do in a car to assure the most thorough rebuild you're going to find. Only at Jack's Transmissions. We hope we've earned your trust and support. Thanks for watching.